I'm Grumble Bricks, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to build this delightful bee house. So it's something you can build in survival. It's very easy, it's very small, nice and compact, and it actually has a fully decorated interior with some food. You see in here, there's your bed, there's even room for a nether portal, paintings, and free beehives, so you'll have some bees above your head as you sleep, which is either terrifying or relaxing, depending on what you like. Lots of storage, and the bees will be nice and relaxed as well because of the fires, which also illuminate the base. So, step one is you need these materials. You can pause to look at this, but I'll talk you through them. Yellow terracotta, brown terracotta, yellow concrete, and brown concrete. Now, to get brown, you're going to need cocoa beans from a jungle, or perhaps a mine shaft chest. If you can't get that, if you're only playing in a small world, you'll need to collect brown wool, and you can every now and again you can get a brown sheep and you just breed them together and you can just use brown wool, but I prefer the concrete and terracotta. I think the terracotta looks a lot better, but concrete is sort of a cheaper material. It requires more individual blocks to make, but you know, again, with a small world you might not get that much terracotta. And you also need this spruce wood and dark oak wood stripped, black wool, white glass, black glass, light blue glass, dark oak trapdoors, dark oak buttons, just to add a little bit of fluff to his buzzy bits. You'll see here we have a space which is 7 by 9 blocks, so I initially would build that out of yellow concrete and then just punch the lines out and replace them with brown terracotta as you go. So the first 4 by 7 space should be yellow, then a 1 by 7 of brown, then a 1 by 7 of yellow, then a 1 by 7 of brown, then a 1 by 7 of yellow, then a 2 by 7 of brown. Then at the very back on one side you can place a nether portal. You could make it fit the whole of the back, but I'm actually having the ladder coming out the back of the base, so there's a room there for the ladder later on. And underneath you'll see that we've got feet, and they go 3 blocks apart on the underside on the brown bands, and they're made out of black wool. And now for the eye, you just come to the side and you build an L shape or a J shape depending on what side you're on, and then you have 1 black glass, 1 light blue glass, and that provides your windows and the eyes of the bee. And then you want some wool, so you build it like this. You place it here, there, there, and there, and you punch that out, and that's how that will look. Now over here we're a step ahead, and these materials you need is a barrel, a purple bed, a campfire, an ender chest, some bookshelves, painting, bee nest, I don't know if I already said that, honey blocks and orange glass. The orange glass and honey blocks are optional. You also need honeycomb blocks for the ceiling, I forgot to add them, and purple carpet. So the reason the honey blocks and glass are optional is because if I wanted to place a chest here, it wouldn't open with solid blocks above it, and despite the fact I don't think redstone can run through honey at the moment, it is treated as a solid block by chests, so you can have chest here but it needs glass above it to open because glass isn't a solid block because light can pass through it. I think that's how the rules work. And then over here you can do this setup where you have a campfire, bee nest on top, and a bookshelf, and that reaches up to the ceiling. You need another block underneath the campfires, so the grass is here, because if you punch any further down you're outside the bee nest, and you need 1 block of air, so there, before you touch the flowers. So you say the flower is here, you need a block of air for the bee to come out and look for the flower, because at the moment if they just pop out right where the flower is, for some reason they don't see it, they might be a bit stupid, which is okay, I am too. You also throw paintings around wherever you want. Generally, that's fine, that looks good. So at the back where you had the portal earlier, you want to place ladders next to that. Obviously can't have carpet unless you do that, because ladder and carpet can't occupy the same block. I actually think that's an improvement. Should have done that before I recorded. So yeah, you'd come in and you just decorate it however you want. If you want to do it exactly how I want to do it, I will show you. I'll punch through the bee. Actually, I don't need to because I've got a door. Aren't I silly? So that looks better, doesn't it? You come down this ladder here from a dark oak trapdoor at the back, and you can just pause and copy this if you like it. There's some barrels and trapdoor chests behind there, and I like that because you can still access them. It looks really cool. So for some reason wouldn't let me click on them for a second there. And this is where I have my ender chest. So you have trapdoors with flowers on top, and you can only open the ender chest if it has glass. So it's got orange glass above it, not honey. It won't open with honey above it. The same rule applies to chests. And it's very, very small in here, so it's very hard to show you everything. But you know, there is working windows, there's a working way in and out. You can have your bees, you can feed your bees, and then you've got honey to eat, and all your storage. You can go to the nether. So the idea of having a nether portal in here was that this could potentially be flying high up or above an ocean, and even if you didn't have an elytra in your world, you know, if you're in peaceful mode and you hadn't gone to the end, you could still access this thing even if it was miles above, because you could just use a nether portal set up to get through. That was the idea. And anyway, I'll move on to the wings. So once you've decorated the inside of your bee, you're going to want to work on the wings. So what you do is you go to the top, and the pattern you made before, you just copy that up the sides and on the top. So it's a 7x9 thing, but you've got to remember that's part of the line of blocks. So it's 7 tall, 7 wide, and it's 9 long. So you make the top, and then you think, right, so this is the very front of the bee, and you'll see you'd have a 4x7 space of yellow concrete. So you're at the front of the bee, you've added his antenna on. Life is good. You've got a nice happy bee, but he doesn't have any wings. He or she doesn't have any wings. So you want your brown terracotta, you place one there, and you place one there. So it's 2 from the front, and then 3 from the front, but 1 in. Then you want to make an L shape of glass on either side. So you make a fat L on the back, take that fat L, and then you get another slightly longer boy over here. Then you move diagonally, then you move diagonally again, have 2 blocks, and from here, move diagonally again, 3 blocks. Then you fill the inside edge shape in with black glass, and I'm just going to hover above this for a few seconds, so if you like you can pause and just copy it. I think that's enough time. Oh, I forgot, I've got an enchanting table as a head. Isn't that cool? I can't see the back of my own head. Oh, you can see it at the top left. See, isn't that cool? I like enchanting things. I got this skin for being a good boy in survival. I was a real good boy. I also got a robot arm. I can't wave that arm. Must have run out of batteries. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. This is my first building tutorial, so if it's terrible, I will tell you I'm quite old, so you know, I've got thick skin. I can take it. Please tell me if this is bad. I want to improve and make it good. I will not cry. Actually, I might cry a little bit, but it won't be your fault. It'll be my own insecurities. It'll be nothing to do with you. So yeah, got a working nether portal. Obviously I've not linked it up in my creative world because I've done terrible things in the nether, which I'm never going to show anybody. Terrible, horrible things happen to villagers and horses in the nether, and we're not going to go there, and I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, so that's the bee. That's what he looks like after he's had a horrific accident. This is when he's getting better. This is what he should look like when he's finished. Very beautiful. I like his little feet. You'll see that he sort of looks. He's got a little beard, little kind of going on there. But yeah, I mixed terracotta and concrete. So once you've made the basic shape, you can do that yourself. You could even add white blocks to make it look like he's got pollen on him. Some of this spruce wood, some of the stripped dark oak goes really well with the brown terracotta, and you just throw it about wherever. And I think it looks really cool. You could make bees in various different shades. You could even make a blue bee. Everybody loves blue bees. give me a